You are in Chef Oktay's kitchen. It's a brand new season and I'm going to prepare a wonderful cake for you. It's going to be a hazelnut and strawberry cake. I'm starting off with 4 eggs for the cake. I'll froth 4 eggs with sugar, my dear followers. But we got an important trick here. Bear in mind that you should have all the ingredients at room temperature. We recite Basmala and start adding the ingredients with love. And we start frothing the eggs with sugar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, we start off by preparing the sponge cake first, dear followers. Now let's get to the trick. Darling, could you go off for a second, please? See the consistency? It's so good. It's just like snow. The consistency has thickened. Now I'm adding water. How much water does it need? There, just a finger high. I add 2 spoons of oil on it. Water and oil together. Let me tell you why we do it this way. The cakes are better when they're a bit moist. Now here, my dear followers, we are move on to the flour and vanilla. Let's mix them right away. Right after mixing oil and water, I turn the mixer off again. Now how much flour do we add here? 5 tablespoons of flour for 4 eggs. We got 4 spoons here and 1 here. Come over here, my darling, and here it comes with love. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We want to serve a nice dessert to our beloved ones. So, we put 5 tablespoons of flour. I add a pack of vanilla, a pack of baking powder, and mix it again with the mixer. We pour the batter on the tray and bake in an oven at 170 degrees. We like to make things easy. My dear followers, we poured and spread our sponge cake to the oven tray on a baking paper. Our oven is heated up to 170 degrees. It's nice and warm, waiting for its pound cake. Hold it like this and slightly hit it on the counter so that it spreads all over the tray evenly. Here it goes to the oven now. Then we'll continue with the cream. Let's see what kind of a cream has Chef Oktay prepared. Bye for now, my darling. Have a good journey. Well, my dear followers, time is out and here comes our sponge cake out of the oven. Let's see how it turned out. There it is, our sweet cake. Come over here, my sweetie. It has turned a bit darker golden brown. Dear followers, I'm so sorry, I'm embarrassed. If you ask why it turned out like that, it's because I have put the cake right in the middle rack instead of 1 rack below. That's why it turned a bit more darker golden brown. Forgive me. But normally this doesn't cause any problem in the general structure of the cake. It's just a little too brown. After the sponge cake cools down, we continue preparing the rest of the cake. I haven't cooked the cream yet. I will make an easy cream. Dear followers, I flipped the sponge cake over. It's supposed to sit in between 2 sheets of baking paper. It needs to stay moist. Now we take a cup of hazelnuts on the counter and we're going to crack them with a rolling pin. Can you hear the crunchiness? Roasted hazelnuts. I love how crunchy they are. So toothsome, I chopped the strawberries. This is going to be your favorite cake. It's super easy to make. Dear viewers, it's time to prepare the cream for our cake. Strawberries are chopped, the cake is ready, the nuts are crushed. Now what kind of a method do we apply for the cream? Today I didn't want to cook the cream, so I bought a ready-made powdered cream. I took a glass, that is, a pack of powdered cream. Here, my dear followers, I softened 50 grams of butter in a bain-marie so that it eases up our work for later. We don't want any waste of time. So, I take my pack of powdered cream and add 1.5 cups, which is 300 milliliters of cold milk. I froth it for 3 minutes at the highest speed of the mixer. Please make sure you watch our videos from the beginning to the end and you will not miss any points. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. followers, we're done with all the preparations for our cake. Check this out, how I'm separating the cake from baking paper. Will you come off, my dear? Done. Dear followers, just take a look. We have prepared a super soft and spongy cake. The fact that there is a little oil and water in it makes a moist cake. I'm using this instant cream for the first time. I mean, when I taste it, it tastes like normal powdered cream. It's not much different from whipped cream. I didn't know because I used it for the first time. I hope it gets useful for everyone, as it was for me. Now we spread the ready-made cream that we have prepared onto the sponge cake. Find making sure I spread the cream all over the cake. After we're done spreading, let's make sure it's spread evenly. Let's put some cream away because we're going to use it for the topping. And now I drop a lot of strawberries here first. Let's sprinkle strawberries with joy. Again, my dear followers, it's a very easy and practical cake to make. I'm also saving a little bit for the topping. I spread the strawberries nice and even, and some hazelnut chocolate over here. You can use seasonal fruits too, depending on the season. Hey, look at our fancy cake. Dear followers, after sprinkling some nuts, I will now get slicing. But first, let's wash our hands, and let's see how many slices are we going to divide the cake into. I will divide it into 4 slices. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First I cut it in half. Then once again, I cut the piece in half. Now, let me tidy up the counter, and then I'm going to stack the 4 layers of cake on top of each other, one by one. Dear followers, we have now put the 3rd layer, and now it's time for the 4th layer. Remember, we divided the cake into 4 layers. Look, we're going in, we're stacking them on top of each other. Mashallah, this what you see is a batten cake. You can press slightly to balance it. Look how beautiful it is. You can leave it natural like this. If you want, I'll just gently squeeze a little whipped cream here and there. Can you come here? Look, we're going to give it a light squeeze. My dear followers, we're going to apply it right here. With such a whipped cream, I apologize. I said whipped cream where I should have just said cream. We spread it all over evenly for a finesse. And then this is how we go. Now it's time to decorate. I squeeze the cream on the cake using the tip of the piping bag. I make a hole in the middle and fill it with hazelnuts and strawberries. It turned out pretty good, don't you think? My dear followers, this is a very practical cake. You can easily use this cake recipe for your guests coming over all of a sudden. Let's wrap it up. We'll do the topping and then we're done. Dear followers, you can put nuts, pistachios, chocolate, strawberries, or any fruit you want on your cake. Our cake is ready to be served. It should wait in the refrigerator for 3 hours, then you can cut it into slices and serve it with tea. I'll do my best to prepare recipes that you ask for. We started our new season. It's going at full speed. Please subscribe to my channel, and I would be very happy if you support me. The countdown has started. We're counting down from 10,000. We are very close to 1 million subscribers. Thank you very much for your support. Goodbye.